Greetings. Welcome to the Roadmap to Student Success webinar. My name is Amy Schulz. With 15 years experience in California and Texas community college systems, serving both as faculty and director of grant-funded student success programs, I am honored to share my thoughts on how California could implement a Student Success Center. Unlocking the key to student success is an urgent and timely topic for California and the future of our state. Today, I will present the barriers to student success in California community colleges. Then I will share a roadmap on how the Student Success Center can play a pivotal role in improving the outcomes of student success in our state. First, to put this into context, I would like to introduce to you a true California community college success story. Gina. Gina is a Latino high school dropout who entered Feather River College in the fall of 2009 at the age of 20. According to the Student Success Task Force final report, only 31% of Latino college students who enter the California community college system seeking to transfer to a four-year institution actually do. In 2012, Gina transferred to CSU Long Beach to pursue a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. When I met Gina at Feather River College's new student orientation in 2009, I learned that she liked to write, and I immediately recruited her for our social entrepreneurship team, Enactus. I learned a lot from Gina during her time at Feather River College, which I will share throughout this presentation. But nothing stood out more than what she shared with me in the spring of 2010. It was the night before our Enactus regional competition, in which the students had been preparing for months, with a multimedia presentation that illustrated their outreach projects and social impact. The tension had been high for weeks, but in a moment of quiet, Gina took me aside. Amy, if you would have told me a year ago that I would be doing this, there is no way I would have believed you. A year ago, I was homeless in San Diego and addicted to heroin. I was floored. I knew Gina had a challenging past, but I had no idea how far she had come. The factors of student success are elusive and variable depending on individual students. I am always inspired by the sheer determination and resiliency of so many of our students, and then there are others that just fall short. Why do some succeed and others do not? What is the magic ingredient of student success? Recently, much current research has been conducted asking those questions. In this webinar, I will highlight key findings from this research. First, what are the barriers of student success? The Student Success Task Force identified several barriers, including academically underprepared students, first-generation college students, underrepresented populations, insufficient financial resources, and feeling isolated in students' educational goals. In addition, Jobs for the Future recently released a report that identified factors not directly related to academic performance impacting success for community college students, including employed in low-wage jobs with variable hours that conflict with classes, lacking access to consistent child care, inadequate health insurance and/or access to health care, and undependable transportation. In Gina's case, she was a risk factor in many of those categories. Since she had dropped out of high school at age 16, she required remedial math classes, which added an extra year to her community college journey. She was not a seasoned student, and her first semester was a disaster. She had poor time management skills, which resulted in missed classes, late assignments, and overall creating a perception of a flaky, unengaged student to many instructors. She was a first-generation college student from an underrepresented population and truly felt out of place on a college campus. In addition, she struggled to have enough financial resources to have reliable transportation, decent living conditions, and even enough food to eat. Unfortunately, Gina's situation is not unique. Any one of these barriers puts a student at risk for failure, but many students are dealing with multiple barriers at the same time. With a student like Gina facing so many barriers, plus a few more like battling addiction, what drove her to keep persisting? Can it be replicated, and how? The RP Group's 6 Factors to Student Success reveals some surprising results from the students themselves. Although this research was conducted after Gina transferred to CSU Long Beach, the parallels are striking. The RP Group surveyed 900 community college students from 13 campuses to learn from the students themselves what key success factors are. According to the students, the 6 factors of success are the following. Directed. Students have a goal and know how to achieve it. Focused. Students stay on track, keeping their eyes on the prize. Nurtured. Students feel somebody wants to and helps them to succeed. Engaged. Students actively participate in class and extracurricular activities. Connected. Students feel like they are a part of the college community. Valued. Students' skills, talents, abilities, and experiences are recognized. They have opportunities to contribute on campus and feel their contributions are appreciated. Within 2 weeks of the student orientation, Gina had a press release published in the local paper for an Enactus event. For a high school dropout to see her writing published, she was hooked. And English faculty also saw Gina's potential and took extra effort to guide her in those early days. From early on, Gina was recognized for her strengths in writing, and that sustained her to stay focused on the prize. Through Enactus, a class and extracurricular activity, Gina became a part of a team. She was connected and accountable to other students, as well as community members through projects. Her fellow students were her strongest supporters and held the highest bar for her. She was acknowledged not just for her writing skills, but her leadership skills that emerged as time went on. That first year was tenuous, and things could have easily gone the other way for Gina. But all the factors of student success organically aligned, and she made it through the first semester and came back even stronger the second semester. Gina is a proven example that the RP Group's findings and recommendations can work. It was fortunate that the 6 factors of success were in place for Gina, but how can we ensure this for other students? The RP Group has some advice for how colleges can institute strategies through targeted support. The strategies are: acknowledge students as key agents in their own educational success, while highlighting that the motivation learners bring to college may not be enough to guarantee completion. Speak directly to the need to teach students how to succeed. Highlight the value of providing support that helps students experience multiple success factors. Underscore the importance of comprehensive service delivery to particular populations. Recognize the important role the entire college community plays in student success, but emphasize the need for faculty leadership. While the RP Group has outlined factors for student success and strategies for colleges to use as a guide in strategic planning, the Student Success Task Force has identified 8 areas of focus for colleges. Area 1, increase college and career readiness. Area 2, strengthen support for entering students. Area 3, incentivize successful student behaviors. Area 4, align course offerings to meet student needs. Area 5, improve education of basic skills students. Area 6, revitalize and re-envision professional development. Area 7, enable efficient statewide leadership and increase coordination among colleges. Area 8, align resources with student success recommendations. We know there are pockets of student success activities occurring all over the state. But how do we scale the best practices so all students can benefit? Fortunately, with the support of the Kresge Foundation and 5 states that have pioneered statewide student success centers, the roadmap already exists. It's just a matter of implementing it in California. The framework provides a map to coordinate the efforts of California's community colleges to improve persistence and completion. The executive director of the California Community College Student Success Center will facilitate the conversation around student success factors and will harness the power of what colleges are already doing while sharing these practices throughout the state. The Student Success Center will serve as a hub for colleges, providing resources and connecting colleges to each other. The center will also translate trends and practices in the trenches into policy recommendations. The Student Success Center will achieve this by the following actions. Convening and engagement. Bring colleges together around reform. Develop faculty leadership. Create in-state networks and communities of practice. Advance cross-sector alignment and collaboration. And attend national convenings. Student success coherence. Map and align student success initiatives, create an umbrella framework, and marshal necessary resources to accelerate the completion agenda. Data. Improve data usage through work, including metrics, sharing, transparency, coherence of metrics across initiatives, and increased institutional research capacity. Research and knowledge management. Develop newsletters, policy briefs, and overviews of college initiatives. Identify and disseminate information on state and national models of best practice. And policy. Set agendas for systems and legislative change. Build state capacity for reform. Assist institutions with local policy audits and change. The Kresge Foundation has been generous enough to grant our state seed funds to start this process, but time is of the essence. The 2-year clock has already started, and there is substantial work to do. With my knowledge of the California community college system, my clear vision on how to accomplish this vital systemic change, my skills in facilitation and relationship building, and my background in grant management, fundraising, and budgeting, I am ready to pave the way so that all of our students have the same opportunity for success, like Gina did. Just 3 weeks ago, Gina Rangel graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in Broadcast Journalism from CSU Long Beach. She has already been employed in a management position for a large retailer and is earning a $70,000 salary. From homeless and addicted to gainfully employed and happy within 5 years, and this would not have been possible without our California community college system. And yes, that is Gina and her actual cap from her graduation. And I think that sums it all up. She lived happily ever after. Thank you for your contributions to our remarkable community college system and for your time today. To gain further information, please feel free to contact me at aschulz@frc.edu or see the references provided.